We just want to take a moment here and thank our sponsors this year for the Ashland Masters. Each sponsor gives us $100 to put a sign up at the bowling center to get a little bit of advertising for their business. So we encourage all the bowlers to visit our sponsors, tell them you saw their sign, thank them for sponsoring our tournament, because without these sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do the things we do today. We have one of our sponsors here, Joe Calabrese from Ohio Gas, who's a sponsor this year. His first time sponsoring the Masters. We want to thank you for that. And he's gracious enough to donate the grill. Advertising in a community like this is important as a new business.
Absolutely. When we opened up our doors on August 14th, one of the things that we were told to do is to go out into the community and find ways to support the local actions and functions in the community. And we found this to be a very appealing attraction, and we wanted to be a part of it.
I want to thank Joel. It really means a lot to us to have him on board, and hopefully we'll have him a lot for the next few years to come. We're going to give away a grill now to the bowlers that bowled this year. And Jordan, if you bring the tickets out. These are all the bowlers who bowled in the tournament today. And Joel, draw one out of there. They're all waiting with bated breath.
If I could just get my hand on it. There you go. All right, we got one.
Okay, Joel, I'll let you read the name.
Congratulations, Brian Klein.
Brian Klein won the gas grill. So thank you, Brian. So I want to thank all the bowlers who bowled this year, all the sponsors who bowled this year. You are very, very important to us, and we want to thank you. And I encourage all bowlers to support the sponsors that support our tournament. So thank you very much, and let's get on to the championship match.
Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, you want that?
Yeah, you can throw it back in.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. It takes a man to be a dad.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you are watching the 2006 Ashland Masters Championships at Luray Lanes. We just had the matchup between Troy Sweeney and Joe Bowman. Joe Bowman came out on top with 503 to Troy's 489. The match before that was between Cassidy Schaub and Joe Bowman. Joe Bowman won that 494 to 484. Up next, we're going to have a matchup between Vic Real and Joe Bowman. Pretty much all bowlers are doing an excellent job today. And
yes, we've got some really high scores basically going on here. So
this is a special matchup. Vic has yet to be defeated, correct?
Yes, Vic is the #1 seed who has not yet been beaten. So in order for Joe to win the Masters title, he would have to beat Joe twice, or beat Vic twice. I'm sorry, excuse me. Just like all the other matches in the tournament, it's all double elimination.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to get beat twice in order to get out. Looks like the bowlers are ready.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Paul. Vic starts out with the strike there on 21. Okay, Joe up in his first frame here. We'll see if he can start kicking out some 10 pins, and here comes a late messenger, not enough.
Opening up not so strong, leaving that 10 pin unattended to.
Seemed like at the end of the last match, Joe started to lose his reaction. Ball wasn't coming into the pocket quite as hard as it was. In essence, he's leaving some corner pins. And he makes that 10 pin.
And he slams it. Now, when you talk about the pocket, is the pocket like where is it? Is it different for each bowler? Is it
the pocket for a right-handed bowler is the 1 pin and the 3 pin.
okay?
And the pocket for a left-handed bowler is the 1 pin and the 2 pin.
Gotcha.
Let's see what he does here. Looks a little better. Another mixer strike. But of course he'll take it. That's next.
Next we got Vic Real. Can't forget who he is. Says his name right across the back of his shirt.
Yep, that's for sure. Vic is unbeaten. Vic is also actually a defending, well, he is a past champion. Lets that ball go. Looks pretty good.
He's not playing around today.
Vic won in 1997. Trying to see if that was, let's see here. I believe it was at King Lanes that year.
Vic taking a couple deep breaths before he starts. Making sure everything is perfect for this throw.
That looks good.
Ooh.
Ball didn't come up quite as much as he thought it would.
Leaving 2 pins open.
Be
I'm pretty confident he'll pick up the spare.
You would think so. He's a 3-5 he's left here. Alright, fine pickup by Vic there. Let's see if Joe can continue striking here.
Joe's bowled 4 games already?
Yes,
Just
this
today?
is his 5th game today, yes. So,
I don't know about you, but my arm gets exhausted after about 2 games.
that looks pretty good. Ooh, that's,
Ooh, that was a close
a
one. Knocked it
late
over.
kick on the 9-pin there. Good shot. I would say, Joe's probably used to bowling quite a few games.
Do bowlers hit the gym to get in shape, or is it
Some-
pretty much just...
Some people do, some people don't. Myself, I don't hit the gym that much, but that looks pretty good.
Got him.
Joe's one of the bowlers that goes to the national tournament. There's a group of 10 of us that go to the national tournament every year, and there's 9 games in the national tournament, plus we bowl all the other stuff too. So 5 games in a day is, yeah, it's a lot for some, but others it's just merely a warm-up, I believe. Goes Vic.
Hitting all the pins.
Light kicking pins there.
Got the smile on his face as he walks back. This is a lot of pressure for both bowlers, I mean, honestly.
Yep. It's probably a little more on Joe, seeing as he's got to win twice. On the other hand, Vic probably wants to get it over as soon as possible, winning the first match and being done. So let's see what we'll do here.
Oh. What happens
That
in a
would be
situation
the
like that?
dreaded 7-9 there for a left-hander. Actually, it's a decent shot. The ball just doesn't drive through the pins like it should. Usually one or the other you see leaving, not both of them, but
Vic didn't really take a whole lot of time to warm up for
No.
that. Picked one and took
that's
it.
a nearly impossible spare to pick up unless you slide it over real lightly or bounce something out of the pit. So okay, Vic has 96 in the 5th frame. Joe is working on the 5th frame on 3 strikes here. Looks a little high.
Oh, no. Honestly, this is a lot different game than I would expect from both of these top bowlers, I think.
You probably got a little bit of lane change now since you've had, this is 3rd match and you've had 4 different bowlers on it, so it's gonna...
You have to find the groove again?
Yep, basically, yep. Joe would want to go for 2 pins here. Yep.
Gotcha.
That leaves, okay, Joe has 105 in the 5th. Vic has 96 in the 5th. 9-pin difference. Joe's working in the 6th frame.
Oh.
10-pin wiggles. See if Joe can convert the spare and move on after that last shot. Fine spare. Back to Vic, working in the 6th frame on the right lane.
Takes a very careful step up every time. Does everything the exact same.
That's releases that. Very good shot. I was about to say that most bowlers have a routine that they go through in order to prepare themselves for the shot, whether it's, you know, using the towel to wipe the ball, using a little rosin, holding the ball the same, the way they place it in their hand, how they hold it before they go, and there's some of that superstition, I suppose, and some is just a pre-shot. Yep, pre-shot to get comfortable. There we go. 2 very good shots in a row there.
You said you've been bowling for 26 years, is that what you said?
Yes.
So pretty much, can you just look at a throw and see what's going to happen, like predict the shot?
Yeah, you can, after a while, from bowling yourself and watching other people, you can kind of tell off their hand if it's a really good shot or not. Like, that's a little light. He threw that pretty hard and got it inside.
So it really isn't the strength with which you throw the ball, it's how you do it. It's
not
all muscle, it's not...
No. Actually, nowadays, being in the ball drilling business, you want the ball to hold on to you instead of you holding on to the ball. You want to... a very close spare there for Joe.
That was a dangerous spare.
It's like a baseball or a golf swing. You don't want to squeeze the bat or the club. You don't want to squeeze the ball. You want the ball to come off with all its own energy instead of muscling the ball. So Joe with a spare in the 7th. That's a little bit better there. Good shot for Joe there. Joe working 142 in the 7th, and Vic has 126 in the 7th right now.
Both these bowlers are starting to step up their game a little bit. In the beginning, it was a little shaky for both of them, leaving unintended pins, but now most everyone's getting either all strikes or picking up their spares.
Seems to, and as the... Let's see if that's a pretty good shot there. Kick those out. Both of them, with the lanes changing a little bit, are probably moved enough to where they're hopefully getting comfortable again, where you can throw the same shot. And I think that's a lot of your average bowlers don't quite understand what moves to make when the ball hooks too much or hooks too less or is not carrying.
Vic's up right now with 156 in the 8th frame, taking a shot. Slams a
pretty good
hard
shot there. Yep. Got that onto the lane, yes. Vic now with 4 in a row. Vic sitting with 186 in the 9th. And Joe is at 152 in the 8th, working on a strike right now. That's a pretty good shot.
And takes
good shot. Kick the 10-pin out there. Looks like Joe is elected to move in and throw a little bit more direct at the pocket instead of hooking the ball a whole bunch. So we'll see if he can continue to strike here. Joe's first ball in the 10th is light again. Joe now can spare and strike for 211. And Vic can go out for 246, so it could be a pretty good deficit for Joe going into the second game here. Let's see.
Maybe for the spare. Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
Joe walks back with a little disappointment on his face, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he's fighting the lanes a little bit, trying to find the groove again to get his ball in track back to the pocket. That's a better shot there, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You could tell when he threw it, he was...
A little more pleased with himself.
Yeah. He's a little angry at himself right now, it looks like. Joe finishes with 211.
Coming up strong. He's got 211 in the 10th frame.
Vic releases his first ball, another strike.
Right, there you
That's
go.
5 in a row now. And it's important for Vic to throw all 3 of these in the 10th. Gives him quite a bit of a cushion going into the second game.
Same old routine. Wipe the ball. One foot up. Next foot up.
Gets his thumb in the ball and
Cradles it a little bit,
Yep.
and then just goes.
another good shot. That was a little light. With Vic spare, he'd be 235, which would be a 24-pin lead for him going into the next game.
Can Joe still catch up in this game?
Yes. If you guys caught the first match where Joe and Cassidy shot bowled, Joe was down 32 pins and came back to actually win that match by shooting a big score, obviously. So Joe finishes with 211 and Vic finishes with 235. So Vic is up 24 pins, as I said. Joe didn't waste any time. We're getting up and much better ball there. See if Joe made the adjustments right and can get back to striking here.
Now, when you throw the ball, are you supposed to focus on the little triangles that are here down closest, or are you supposed to focus on the pins? Or is everybody just different?
Everybody's a little bit different. It's a good shot by Vic there. Most coaches will try to get you to focus on either the arrows or something closer. Actually, at certain points, you start looking at individual boards as well. As long as you can hit around that board, you're doing pretty good. Actually, the new synthetic lanes have markers down the lane as well, which a lot of people use those too. It's a little high, leaves a 6-pin. Let's see if Vic can convert this. And that's one thing you try to teach some of the kids coming up, and even the adults. You stare at your mark until the ball goes over the mark. You don't want to pull your head up as you're throwing the ball. As Vic converts the 6-pin there. Joe gets back up his second frame. Better shot.
Nice.
Absolutely. Very good shot by Joe. Again, Joe did make the Masters show last year at King Lanes. He was, which should say quite a bit for as a bowler for Joe. 2 different houses. Able to make the finals in both houses. That's pretty good for him. That looks pretty good. Very nice shot. So Joe's going to try and make things interesting here.
He's got his first turkey of the second game, is that right?
Yep.
Vic's up. I know he's got 60 points in his third frame.
See if Vic can answer with his own strike here. A little light.
There it goes.
Switch the pins around. He kind of chuckled at that one, but Looks like the bowlers are kind of razzing each other there. Vic up in the fourth frame, down by 10 right now.
So is this a lot of pressure for Vic, or do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure he wants to. Ooh, another light 6-pin there. Vic wants to continue to put pressure on Joe to try and force him to mess up a little bit. Under pressure, you have a tendency to squeeze the ball a little bit more, try and muscle it a little bit more instead of
Letting it glide.
letting it glide right off your hand.
I noticed Vic has his left elbow wrapped. Is that because of an injury, recent injury, or just
It's probably
stability?
either an injury or just a soreness that he always has when he bowls. Some people have a tendency to, like a tennis elbow type thing,
Oh, I see.
and just keeping a wrap or something on, like, something tight around it helps it probably not throb as much. He got that in. That's gonna. Oh, a little wobbler there.
Little wobble. Won't fall down.
Joe leaves the 4-pin. Let's see if he can convert. And has no trouble with that.
There we go. It still amazes me. Like, the ball will go in the complete opposite direction, and then it'll hook and go right and hit them.
That's what when the ball hits the pins, it really throws them around all over the place with the rotation everybody puts on the ball.
I was always taught if you just focus on the arrows, throw the ball straight, hit the head pin, and it'll all go down.
Another nice strike for Joe there. And I think most people starting out bowling throw straight balls, and it's the same philosophy. You still need to hit the head pin or the pocket. You just don't have as many factors when you're throwing the ball straight. So. Oh, there's a late tip on the 10-pin there for Vic. Joe sitting with 109 in the 5th. And Vic sitting with 90 in the 5th right now. So Joe's making up a little bit on that 24-pin difference. Vic didn't take any time there.
And
Nice
there they
strike.
go.
That's Vic's first double of the match. Getting a double is always pretty important. Obviously, it helps your score because you're 2 strikes instead of a strike spare or strike open. Joe didn't waste any time either. He went up and threw it. A good shot by Joe.
I think if you go up and take a little extra time, you probably psych yourself out a little more than you normally would.
Yeah, some bowlers can, if they take their time, they think about it too much.
Yeah.
Others like to take their time and actually slow the pace down a little bit. Right now, Joe has a possible 279. Vic has a possible 260.
The 10 pin.
10
Still
pin
standing.
stands.
Joe looks a little upset with his performance right now. Kind of trying to shrug it off there.
Joe
Warm
has
himself Fires
makes
it.
the 10 pin.
Turned
Joe,
around way just right after he threw the ball. Doesn't really look too impressed with himself right now.
no, he's a little flustered. If he would have carried that one a bit in Turkey, would have been a big change in the match there. Joe has finished second twice in this tournament already. I don't think he wants to do it for a third time. So.
Well, Vic's been in the game a lot longer.
Oh.
Ooh.
Things are starting to get a little interesting.
Lefty's leaving the 7 pin up, and the righty's leaving the 10 pin up.
Probably one of the biggest pins that lefties leave is the 7-pin, and like you said, for right-handers it's 10-pin. And most people, your average bowlers, think it's a good shot, but it's actually coming in a little late, just a little different angle in the pocket. Vic makes the 7-pin.
Bowlers are laughing at each other a little bit. It's always good to keep the mood light.
Yes. Most bowlers have good camaraderie between the two. Most of them are friends. Let's see, Joe 158 in the 7th. Vic has 139 in the 7th. Let's see if Vic can strike here. This would be a big strike. Ooh, another 7-pin. So that really leaves the door open for Joe if he can convert to double here. Let's see if Vic makes this in. 7-pin looked like the ball stuck on his thumb. He says, ow.
Is bowling like a high injury sport?
Pardon?
Is bowling like a high injury sport?
Well, not really. Well, actually my son broke his thumb bowling about 6 weeks ago. Got it stuck in the ball, and he fell to the ground and the ball rolled over on his thumb, so not a very common occurrence. Let's see if Joe can convert this. There's a big strike. So basically we have a 20-pin difference right now. Joe is up 20 pins, and the difference in the first match was 24, so we're really only...
Yeah.
Vic still has a 4-pin lead, but...
This is such a close match.
It's gonna be close. Joe throws a double here, it would be huge. Puts a lot of pressure on Vic. Get up.
Oh, leave 1 pin
Another
standing.
10-pin.
He still can catch up, right? Like Joe can...
Yeah, it's
just a 4-pin lead, you said?
If Vic doesn't strike, it's still gonna be like a 4-pin difference here. This is a must spare for Joe. He's got it, no problem.
He hits it. If you're just tuning in, we're at the 2006 Ashland Masters Championships at Luray Lanes. Stay tuned after this. If Joe Bowman wins, then we've got 2 more matches, two more games.
Correct.
And if Vic wins, we're going home.
We're basically done. Yep.
Yep.
Trophy presentation. And
Yep, trophy presentation.
Here goes, oh, that's a big strike for Vic there. That's foundation 9th frame. The best Joe can do is 238. The best Vic can do is 228. If Vic strikes here, it's pretty much over.
This is a lot of pressure. This is a really high intensity thing right now.
This could be it right here.
And it's a strike.
Pretty much sews up the match, I believe. So it looks like Vic will go undefeated in this tournament.
Here's the wind-up. And the pitch. Not a strike. Leaving 7-pin up.
Let's see here, he can go 217. I believe he still has Joe shut out.
Vic's got 216 in the 10th frame. Joe with 198 in the 9th.
So Vic will finish up with 217. And I believe he has shut Joe out.
Some hard times for Joe.
So this will be Joe's third.
Third year coming in second. That's what they to sniff at, honestly. Coming in second in the Masters?
Yeah, it's the third time that Joe's done that.
it's really good.
It's still it's a tough defeat, but you gotta pat yourself on the back and
for getting this far.
Yep. 2 years in a row now, Joe has done this, so it's a big congratulations to Joe for doing that, and also for Vic. This is his second Masters title.
You don't really see a lot of outward anger or frustration. You don't really see a lot of outward emotion from either of these guys.
I'm sure Joe will be talking to himself on the drive home today, but good bowling by Joe for him to climb the ladder today, beating Cassidy and Troy Sweeney and getting a chance to bowl Vic. That's a pretty good day for him.
Right now we're at the 2006 Ashland Masters Championships at Luray Lanes. We just watched Vic Royale defeat Joe Bowman. This is Joe's third year in a row coming in second. This is Vic's, how many years has he won this?
This is Vic's second win.
Vic's second win.
He won in 1997 and now in 2006. Joe has finished second twice. No, 3 times, I'm sorry now. Twice in the last 2 years. So I'm sure he's disappointed, but he still bowled great today.
Actually, all the bowlers here today, like, this is very amazing. I think my favorite matchup was probably between Troy and Joe.
It was a very close.
That was
very
so
close match, and
everyone was throwing strikes right up until the last second.
What else do we have?
Right after, we're gonna go to commercial real quick, but right when we come back, we'll have the trophy ceremony. So stay tuned for that. This is Ashland TV2.
Kids, how do we take care of our teeth?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day. If you want healthy teeth, do this every day. Brush your teeth.
Fight tooth decay.
Floss your teeth.
Don't forget regular dental checkups, okay?
Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss your teeth once a day.
Welcome back here to the Ashland Masters. We had a great show today, a lot of great bowling, a lot of great competition. We had a lot of experience, and we had a new bowler. We had a new commentator today, had a good time, and the whole day has been a very good success. And I just want to welcome back Tyron McKinney. He was last year's champion. Tyron, what happened this year? You know, what we all don't like losing, but did you bowl well? Did you bowl bad? Or
No, everybody that I bowled pretty well. I just didn't strike when I needed to. I didn't bowl well at all, so that's why I'm standing here handing a trophy and not taking it home again.
it's a lot tougher than people think to come back and win the following year. Do you feel a lot more pressure coming back the second year?
Obviously, it's always a fun thing to bowl this thing, but it's I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun and exciting place to be. So,
Well, congratulations to winning last year, and we'll do it again next year. Thank you for coming down. We want Troy Sweeney to come down now. You're done. I want to congratulate Troy on a great, great tournament, a great run. Troy, how many years have you been bowling?
A little over 1 year.
That's really painful for me, to be standing here talking to you like this. I just want to congratulate you on a great tournament. You did an unbelievable job to keep your composure the way you did. Is there any difference in bowling in this or bowling leagues? Did you notice any difference?
I was a lot more nervous, and basically I just needed to pick up my spares, and I didn't do that, but I'm just a little unexperienced. But
Well, again, it's pretty amazing. I think it's pretty neat for everybody to watch somebody like you come out here and bowl very well, and it shows anybody can win this thing. A couple breaks here, there, you pick up a couple spares, you're the winner today. So, did you feel like you had a chance to win?
I thought I did. I had a good run going the second game, but I just, I just missed a spare, and that's the way it goes, I guess.
I want to congratulate you again.
Thank you.
Great tournament, great bowling. We look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.
Thanks. Now we need Mr. Second Place, Joe Bowman. Joe, I know it's got to be painful coming in second place again.
I'm getting used to this.
How many times have you come in second?
This is third time.
And 2 years in a row, right?
That's right. 2 years in a row.
Well, Joe's a very good bowler in Ashland, and I really appreciate everything he's done for the tournament. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose, but Joe's done very well in this tournament. He's taken a lot of money. What happened today?
I just think the last game I just couldn't carry. I bowled really well for 4 games. Bowled well for the whole tournament, actually. And, just break here or there. I didn't get it. I had it earlier. And Vic bowled pretty well, the last 4 or 5 frames to, get ahead of me again. So I got nothing to regret. I'm happier this year than I was last year, that's for sure.
You bowled very well this year. Again, congratulations. Here's your runner-up trophy. Thank you again, plaque, and thank you very much for bowling.
Thank you.
Good tournament. We need to get the champion up here now, Vic Real, Mr. Left-hander. Good bowling this year, Vic.
Thanks, Paul.
This is your second time to win this tournament. Is there any difference in the feeling, or is it any easier to win it a second time?
It's never easy to win this tournament. You got a lot of good competition, a lot of good bowlers. You have to have a lot of things go your way in order to win a tournament. And fortunately, everything did.
What did you do difference this year? You won it last time in what, 95? 97.
Something like that, yeah.
That's a long span to win in between. What would you do difference this year?
Nothing. I just got the breaks, and yourself, you got to have breaks to be successful in a tournament like this, especially when everybody out there can beat you.
Well, I want to congratulate you again on a fine tournament. Good bowling. You had a watch here from Boland's Jewelers. That was graciously donated. This trophy here is yours to keep, and this trophy is yours to keep. And if you win 2 years in a row, you get to keep it permanently. But that hasn't happened till from 1975, I believe, was the last time it was won 2 years. So that's a lot of history there. Again, I want to thank all the master sponsors that we had this year. I want to thank Vince Yoder for a great tournament. Did you enjoy announcing today?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I would do it again if I was asked to. So.
Well, we had a great time here today at King Lanes. We had a great crowd, a lot of fun, a lot of great bowling, and we'll look forward to seeing you all again next year. Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Mr. Yoder. Thank you, sir. No, you get a trophy.